Yes, people, Arsenal have just smashed Sporting at their own gaff 5-1 in an embarrassing fashion, something that, Manchester City couldn't do. And as you know, you might have seen that they also bottled a 3-0 lead at their own gaff at the Etihad, which was quite embarrassing right at the end. But what do you know? The new bottle jobs. What can we say? But this is not about Man City. This is about Arsenal, right? You smelled blood. You smelt blood. You went out there, punished them, hungry, relentless. And is it a bit of glizzy glazing? Yes, but it's deserved. And you can't say it's not deserved. 13 months without a European away win. And Arteta, look what he did. Look what he produced. Look what they produced. As fans, you're probably all excited. As you can see, for some of you that don't know, I don't represent Arsenal, but this is my team. But I'm here to give an honest review. So hold your horses a little bit because we're going to be objective with this one. But make sure you smash the likes and also subscribe if you're new. Does wonders for the channel, does wonders for the video. And that's all down to you guys. But yeah, let's get straight down into it. We're going to break it down. I made my own points, but don't be afraid to produce your own points as well in the comments. So let's get straight there, man. This is what I came up with personally. 3, 2, 1, pop up. And there we are, man. Let's go over the first half. The first one, and it's obviously the one I just mentioned, Arsenal can win away in Europe. These players can do it. Fit, non-fit players there or whatever doesn't change anything. It's been poor. And you know what? The criticism's been deserved. But it does show you can go away to one of the better teams in the world, undefeated, which you just provided with their first defeat of the season in disgusting fashion. By the way, not even like if it's a 2-1 close game, 3-1. It was 5-1 and it could have been a lot more. They could have scored, yeah, great. But you barely gave them a sniff. And the fact that you smashed them the way you did is huge confidence, especially now when you're thinking about when is the time Arsenal going to click. I had this conversation with an Arsenal fan from Fam Zone TV called D, and it's like at one point it's going to click. This is why you just can't write Arsenal off so soon, so early. And this is one of them. And you needed this win. Hook said it himself. If you don't know, Hook's another Arsenal fan. You could have been in a mad predicament if you did not win this game. But here we are, anyways. Look, I think Arsenal now 10 points, 2 behind Liverpool. I think now you must be above Sporting in a league phase table. I haven't exactly checked it, but yeah, it goes to show Arsenal can win away in Europe and should give a lot of confidence the next time you do go away. The first two things I noticed in that game, it was like I was watching the Nottingham Forest game all over again. This trio combo down the right hand side cannot be changed. Keep them together and develop that relationship. Timber, Erdegaard, Saka, insanity. Timber can play ball. Erdegaard can play football. Saka obviously can play ball as well. These lot have just got a good relationship, a good understanding, and that should not be changed. I know sometimes Arteta likes to change things up, whether Ben White when he comes back, or there might be something else in there where, I don't know, someone else may get changed. Saka pretty much plays all the games. Erdegaard, when fit, plays all the games anyways. Timber, I think his minutes have been managed, which hasn't been given praise enough or praised enough in past context as well. But right now, I think he's ready to go. I reckon he's able to manage minutes. And of course, you don't want to overplay anyone, but that combination there is absolutely silky. And today, again, was fluid. And you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up a little bit because I said Jesus in there without Havertz looked way more silky and fluid. It didn't really change today. You know what? Even if you wanted to add Trossard or the Martinelli, it kind of just tells me it's all about that one thing, which is the balance, which we'll get onto soon. And it can work. Havertz in there, Jesus in there or not. I think maybe it is a little bit more smooth on the eye when Jesus is there, but Havertz is just as effective. This is what experience does, especially in Champions League. Those three at the back, Inacio, Diamonde, I don't even know what the other guy is called on the right hand side. They couldn't handle him. And they couldn't handle Martinelli. And one thing they could not handle, especially, is that one thing that we've known Arsenal to do for the last couple of years, just not as much this season, in my opinion, is that relentless 4-2-4 pressing. It is back and it's in business. And maybe that is to do with positioning, triggers, the captain being there, everyone's galvanized. But the 4-2-4 pressing killed Sporting for the whole game. Maybe the first 10 minutes of the second half when Inacio came with a goal, and obviously they came out fighting. Maybe not that part because you can't press for 90 minutes, but it was controlling. The press absolutely knocked their confidence and they could not get the ball into Gyökeres as much as they'd like to or into those 2 10s. I forgot that Marcus Edwards was even playing. I forgot. I think it was Trincao as well. I forgot he was even playing. And that was thanks to obviously Declan Rice, who done an amazing job. And I think that's going to go unsung or unheard of. And the little things that I like to notice that nobody else likes to notice. You got to think this guy's just come back from a broken toe. You know, he was on a bench last game against Forest, didn't get minutes, and today he pretty much played the lot. So on that notice, I think Rice definitely deserves, you know, a little clap. Well played, well played. It's not an easy sporting team. And I said it earlier as well. Rice or Marino has to be in this team no matter what, because I don't think they'll be able to handle the legs and the physicality of obviously Premier League ballers like Declan Rice as well. But yeah, and the one man I thought other than Erdegaard, because we're going to talk about him, that I feel you definitely have to keep fit. And I said it about Jorginho. They got a half each. It's that Thomas Partey, man. What a season this guy's having. You know, he is the party that I kind of known a couple years ago when he was playing, but I would say a little bit of a mature party. And yes, of course, he's older by 2 years, right? And he hasn't played a great deal of football in the last 24 months, but he's taken this role into his own. And, you know, he looks a little bit more managed. He doesn't do a madness, but he's the trigger. He's keeping everything going and nobody can handle him. You can barely get the ball off him. And you know what? I feel like the back four is so relaxed when he's in that six. You know, he's been using the 8 this season and he's been used as the 6. I wouldn't even say Arsenal's defense has been a key issue, but going from back to front, Partey, when he's got Rice and Erdegaard with him, or whether it's Marino and Erdegaard, the whole thing is him and Erdegaard are so good that they just make everything go well. Because you know what that provides is that point there is balance. Balanced midfield just does you wonders. A balanced midfield gets you goals. A balanced midfield keeps you clean sheets, because it is everything in today's football game. Midfield is the most important area on the field for me, because it dictates how your game's going to go. You know, even sometimes when you're on the defensive as well, the midfield keeping a key structure, everyone close together as well, discipline, it makes the difference. And I think Partey today made the difference. Another one I don't think will get the flowers that he needs, maybe by some Arsenal fans, but as a rival fan, I think like I can highlight that. Same way with Rice. But yeah, look, everyone shared the goals. I don't have it on the point, but I just clocked it here anyways. A summary: 5 different goal scorers. I don't believe they gave a don't believe they gave an assist for anyone that gets the penalty. But even when it comes to the assists, everyone shared their assists. Marino got an assist. Rice got an assist from the corner. Saka got an assist for Erdegaard. Timber as well. Beautiful ball into Martinelli, by the way. Absolute peach of a cross. And that was thanks to that trio I was talking about. Martinelli scored. Havertz got on a score sheet. Gabriel got on a score sheet. And what a touch to give Saka a goal as well by giving him the penalty, sharing the goals. And in the end, Trossard as well, obviously with a rebound, deflection, however you want to label it. Somebody's in a dirt cow. So yeah, definitely good poaching from there. Everyone's got on a score sheet. Everyone in the front line, including your substitutes. Good day in the office, wouldn't you say? You know, and that's why you must wrap Erdegaard in bubble wrap. Wrap him in bubble wrap. That guy can't get injured again. If you want to go and save the world from Liverpool winning the league, because right now it's not looking like City, yeah, you better run. When he goes off that pitch, ice cold baths. You know, ice, yeah, cold baths, yeah, bubble wrap his feet, bubble wrap his arms. You know what? Give him casts even, you know, before match day and training, because he is everything, captain, leader. And I am jealous to not have someone like that in my team galvanizing the midfield as of yet. I need someone like that. He is beyond serious. I don't care what anyone has to say. He's the most important player in that whole Arsenal team, and players like that are the most important in any team. Yeah, just dictating, creating, and just having everything in full flow. Some of you want to call in Ghost guard. Do whatever you want. I couldn't give a toss, right? Everyone goes missing once in a while. Even the best player in the league last season goes missing. You know, didn't see him today. Yeah. We can talk about loads. Cole Palmer, however you want to label it. Let's not even put them against each other. He just needs flowers. And that's fine to say. You know, you can hold your hands up and just like, I'm a fan. I just like the way he kicks ball. I like that sort of player. Yeah. I'm not here to pinpoint and try to shoot man down. It's just, you know what it is? I get enough of that on the live shows. I do it. I get involved with it. Can't be bothered with it here. But yeah, one thing I noticed with the tactical tweaks as well, and I didn't really want to put it as a point too early because I wanted to see how the game unfolded. Obviously, when Zinchenko came on, this is what I talk about like for like replacements. Sometimes you can get a similar player so they can do similar things. And I think Calafiori, when he's inverting, is different gravy. We talk about Cucurella being an absolute baller of a left back, one of the best, if not the best in the league, or one of them in the world at this current moment. But that's one of Calafiori's better performances, and that's thanks to the team, of course. Because Gabriel was so monstrous against Gyökeres, right? And he's one of the best strikers, if not on form, the best striker in the world again. I forgot Saliba was even playing, like, because I feel like Gabriel was doing one man defense mode. I forgot about it. And you know what was good about Calafiori inverting is just, again, just helping with that press, making sure Partey can go up higher in the field. He was there to cover, the overloads could happen. And sometimes he timber, whether he's slotting back into a back three or he's going up further, where obviously he can attack with obviously Saka and what's his name, Saka and Erdegaard, and obviously Havertz get joining in the fun. Sometimes you saw Rice go down the right hand side, and then he scored as well. That's the tactical fluidity in and flexibility as well. Just by inverting him, it gives Arsenal options on the field, in possession, out of possession. I thought that was definitely key for me today. That made a difference. And Sporting looked lost. They look like schoolboys. Arsenal made them look crap. And yes, they are managerless, and they need a leader because obviously Ruben Amorim isn't there. But nonetheless, Arsenal smelled blood. They were hungry. They went for it. They went for the jugular. And yeah, and one thing I think all of you lot noticed when you were nice and high and dry, and I've been told it's Wanyeri is how you say his name. Wanyeri is gaining more trust by the manager. The game was finished. Don't get me wrong. I think it was 3-1 at that point. Let me just double check. Might be wrong. Might be wrong. Might be wrong. It was 4-1. Even though it was 4-1, out and dry, done. Wanyeri got some valuable minutes. And even when he come on, he gave a nice cameo. He looks like he's starting to understand the role. And that part where you start getting that trust and you believe the players probably believing in the manager, they can trust him. When he came on, of course, for Erdegaard, pretty much slotted into that role. But it went on the left-hand side, went more down to the left wing as well. And I feel like that's just stuff like that. Just stuff like that gets young players the valuable experience to become the player they need. The guy's a baller. Guy is he's the truth. Yeah, and it's good to see a 17-year-old. I believe he's 17. Let me just double check he's not 18. He's 17. He's 18 in March. And who knows from here on out how much game time he might get in the Premier League, how much time he might get into the Carabao Cups, FA Cups. There's a lot of games to play, and I think he has a key role. The fact he's coming on for Erdegaard shows how much Arteta does trust him and managing his game time. I think from now, I feel like this is a turning point for Arsenal. You got West Ham on the weekend. They're hot and cold. Last time out, was it last year? You smashed them like 5-0. You 6-0. You killed them. So we'll see where it goes from there. Big up to everyone, though. Let me know your takes on the game. My man of the match is definitely gonna go to that man. I cannot give it to him. It's probably Erdegaard again. It could be, you know what? It could be anyone. They're all man in the matches today. But I think Erdegaard, man, he's just different. Him or Partey for me, man. Yeah, I think so. Unless you got a different one, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you enjoy these sort of recordings, and we'll be back again for a new next one, shall I say. I might have to do a little Man City recording. Enjoy.